Dear Muslims, we greet you with the greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya lis-salah, hayya lis-salah, hayya lil-falah, hayya lil-falah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi azza wa jalla. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amubad. For God's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, perfect praise belongs to God, the guardian evolver, the cherisher, keeper, sustainer of all the worlds, of all systems of knowledge. We render all praises to Him, and we seek His help, and we ask His forgiveness. We put our complete faith and trust in Him. Mighty and sublime is He. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah alone, the one and only. There is none like unto Him. And I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad is Allah's servant, messenger, prophet to all of mankind. We ask Allah's peace, His blessings, His highest exaltation be upon Prophet Muhammad, upon his family, his companions, the righteous all. On you, O Muslims, be peace. We greet you again in the beautiful Quranic language of Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Al-Mubad, and what follows of this excellent salutation or salute to our Prophet Muhammad, the prayers and the peace be on him. Dear Muslim, I advise you as well as myself to fear Allah and obey Allah, have taqwa, have the highest regard for God, and obey God. Dear believers, we are gratefully thankful, immensely thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing us to be Muslims, blessing us to be striving to be mu'min, believers, and blessing us to be able to freely and calmly and joyously attend Salatul Jumu'ah. As I was telling my business partner and childhood friend, Yusuf Muhammad, there are so many people that are not able to make Jumu'ah because of no reason of their own. They're prohibited from having it. opportunity is not that they have it. The area that they're living in might be in upheaval, it might be at war, but they just don't have the freedom that Allah has blessed you and I with to sit here today. And the numbers don't matter because you here. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the religion started with a few people. Now it's the fastest growing way of life in the whole world. But it started with a few people. You know, so when we come to Juma, you ain't got to look around. Don't have to be no lot of people that come to get this blessing of all blessings. All of your previous sins from the previous week, along with 3 more days, is forgiven. This by coming to Juma and sitting and not saying anything while the khutbah is being delivered by the Imam. Now, what more mercy can an individual get? And I'm honored always to stand before you and get a chance to deliver the Jumu'ah khutbah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Kat karamna kuli bani Adam. And the word kat in Arabic grammar is past tense. That means Allah has already made the male and the female, the man and the woman, honorable. And if you keep submitting, you keep practicing your deen about Islam, you'll become more and more honorable, more and more honorable. Over the years, you become more and more honorable. People see you, they're recognized right away. Man, you look good. Sister, you look good. What are you doing? All you're doing is submitting to the will of Allah and practicing His chosen, perfected way of life, Al-Islam. True Islam. That's all you're doing. Very simple. But every year, you're going to look and feel better. So today, dear believers, our talk is on Surah 48, Al-Fath, or the victory. And I recommend that we read these surahs that we've been presented to us, especially the surah entitled Muhammad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is God, the sacred and the mighty, says in His holy book, Al-Quran, for sure, we have granted you a clear victory, O Prophet. Those among us as believing Muslims are beating the big jinn, Shaitan, because we have changed our lives for the will and pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have control over our unchecked passions. You know, put these papers in a different order. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to His messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, clearly to tell us today, there is nothing in the Quran, Al-Quran, that is not current. Nothing. We cannot catch up or outstrip the Quran. Not even one ayat, not even one letter. No matter how much Quranic grammar we have, we can never come close to catch up to the Quran. All we can do is apply ourselves to it, and we grow, and it inspires us. So, again, without delay, this is God talking. For sure, we have granted you a clear victory, O prophet, so that God may forgive you for your past and future shortcomings, perfect his favor upon you, guide you along the straight path, and so that God will help you tremendously. He is the one who sent down serenity upon the hearts of the believers, so that they may increase even more in their faith. To God alone belongs the forces of the heavens and the earth, and God is all-knowing, all-wise. So, he may admit, listen to this, brothers and sisters. So so Allah may admit believing men and believing women into the gardens under which rivers flow, to stay there forever and absolve them of their sins, and that is a supreme achievement in the sight of God. Also, that he may punish hypocrites, men and women, and polytheists, men and women, who harbor evil thoughts of God. May ill fate befall them. God is displeased with them. He has condemned them and prepared for them hell. What an evil destination. To God alone belong the forces of the heavens and the earth. And is God, and God is almighty wise. Again, for sure, O prophet, we have sent to you as a witness, a deliverer of good news, and a warner, so that you believers may have faith in God and his messenger, support and honor him, and glorify God morning and evening. Surely those who pledge alliance to you, O prophet, are actually pledging alliance to God. God's hand is over theirs. Whoever breaks their pledge, it will only be to their own loss. And whoever fulfills their pledge to God, he will grant them a great reward. This is referring to the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. The nomadic Arabs who stayed behind will say to you, O prophet, we were preoccupied with our wealth and families. So ask forgiveness for us. They say with their tongues what is not in their hearts. Say, who then can stand between you and God in any way, if he intends harm or benefits for you? In fact, God is all wise in what you do. God is all aware of what you do. The truth is, you thought that the messenger and the believers would never return to their families again. And that was made appealing in your hearts. You harbored evil thoughts about God and so became a doomed people. And whoever does not in God, believe in God and his messenger, then we severely, we surely have prepared for the disbelievers a blazing fire. To God alone belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He forgives whosoever he wills and punishes whoever he wills. And God is all forgiving, most merciful. Now, I mentioned before that this is Surah 49, Al-Fath, the victory. And just a pause for a minute to remind us. 48. Surah 48. This reminds us again that this surah is addressing three categories of people, which always typically pops up whenever truth comes on the scene. You have three types of people. You have the believers, the disbelievers, and the hypocrites. Every time. In the time of the prophet, prevalent. The believers, the disbelievers, and the hypocrites. And brothers and sisters, no matter how small or how big our groups are, whenever we meet, is one of those categories among us. There's the believers, the disbelievers, and the hypocrites. And they look just like you and I do. They pray like we pray. They talk like we talk. They get the greetings. They know the Quran, Arabic backwards and forwards, but they don't believe. Then you have those who speak, and when they speak, they lie. When you trust them, they betray your trust. When you owe them something, they badger you to give it. But when they owe something, they withhold it. The hypocrites. So even among us, that don't mean none of us are here. But the potential for that to be is the reality. Whenever the truth is on the scene, the three categories pop up. The believers, the disbelievers, and the hypocrites. That's what we have to be mindful of. So Allah said, those who stayed behind will say, when you believers set out to take the spoils of war, let us accompany you. They wish to change God's promise. Say, O prophet, you will not accompany us. This is what God has said before. They will say, in fact, you are driven by jealousy against us. The truth is, they can hardly comprehend. Say to the nomadic Arabs who stayed behind, you will be called to fight against a people of great might who will fight unless they submit. If you then obey God, God will grant you a fine reward. But if you turn away, as you did before, he will inflict upon you a painful punishment. There is no blame on the blind or the disabled or the sick for staying behind. And whoever obeys God and his messenger will be admitted by him into gardens under which rivers flow. But whoever turns away will be subjected by him to a painful punishment. Coming to the end of this part right here. We're trying to lay the foundation for us to have those who see themselves as believers. Because it's not to Juma, it's for the believers. It's not for just anybody. It's for those believers. It's not even just for the Muslims. Because Allah says, "Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu," on the day of Al-Jumu'ah, the believers stop what they're doing. They leave off traffic and trade and work and commerce and preoccupation, and they fuss how different Allah. They come hurriedly to the members of God. What's the members of God? God said, the members of God is the greatest thing in life. Nothing that you have is greater than the members of God. And nothing that you're going to get is more important than to have taqwa, to be regardful, to remember God always. You know why? Because you're going to be here for a short while. And you're going to be gone for a long, long time, beyond what you can comprehend. Kullu less than that, equal to more. Tell them, Muhammad, every soul will have a taste of death. Everyone. And once that happens, your true recompense of your deeds will be put in front of you. Every one of us. So we need to prepare ourselves for that. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, study the Quran and think of death often. He didn't say read novels, soft, or hard novels, or audio tapes. He said study the Quran, Al-Quran, and think of death often. He said every one of us had been allotted a certain amount of provisions. Whatever we have is provisions. Our house, our wife, our children, our automobiles, they're all provisions. But the prophet said, when your provisions run out, there will be no more. And I often look around wherever I am, because Allah has blessed me with everything that I need. And I look at it and wonderment and say, you know what? One day I ain't gonna be able to look at this. I'm fading away every day. I'm looking at my clothes, looking at the flowers, looking at my wife, looking at the children. But one day, you're not going to be able to do that. So that means that we need to seriously take the deen serious, not be taken for granted. I saw a young guy the other day, about 30 years old, both legs gone. He's in a wheelchair. I seen him at one point, and he had got that wheelchair all the way down to where I'm driving. But I saw him, both legs were gone. I said, Alhamdulillah. Only because Allah had spared me, I had both my legs. So we cannot be ungrateful. We cannot take anything for granted. We have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything that we have. Always. Even when you blink your eyes. Every time you breathe in and breathe out. Every time you go to the restroom and relieve yourself. Every time you get a meal, a morsel. People right now, they can't even get no food. Different parts of the country is in turmoil. And the Imam talked about that last week. It's in turmoil right now. So much water, their homes and businesses and cars, animals are all submerged in water. But you and I, we don't have that problem. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has favored us. Now since He has favored us, shouldn't we be more grateful? We should be more grateful. And we certainly should not complain about anything. Not even if we prick our finger, we shouldn't even complain about that. Because we have been given everything. And more importantly, out of all of the billions of people counted and not counted in the world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chose you and I to be Muslim. Which means we are sane, intelligent, thinking human beings, as opposed to this biological bodies walking around subjected to everything. The people in the world, they're subjected and bombarded by everything. And they spend their time on pure 100 adulterated nonsense all day. Nothing to gain from it. But you are a thinking human being, and that's priceless. Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, God has created nothing better than man and woman's ability to think and reason, follow logic to its logical conclusions. Nothing else in society and creation can do that but us. So we are so special. We have more opportunity for Allah's mercy and protection than any other creature on the face of the earth. Human beings, male and female. And guess what? And I'm going to move on to the rest of this Quran, because I can talk about what I'm talking about. I don't need no notes. I can talk about what I'm talking about all day. Because you all already know what I'm saying is true. This is essential today in today's world, where you have so much discrimination. And who feels more discriminated first than women? Even women on high levels, PhDs, etc., they still feel discriminated against. They're suffering from so-called sexual harassment wherever they work at. Discrimination. But this is a good news that they don't know. What is that? God don't discriminate. It's not God that's discriminating, it's the environment and the people and the lifestyle that you're around. The only discriminating thing that God looks at is your taqwa, your consciousness. That's the only thing that God looks at. Where if you're a man, you get a reward. If you're a woman, you get the same reward. And that's what you need to be concerned about. Because you ain't gonna never get your just due award in this world. No one is capable of giving you that. Because they don't know what you do openly, and they certainly don't know what you do secretly. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of everything you do and say, and He has dispatched two angels, right? One to record you and one to drive you. You're gonna be driven by one either to Jannah or to hell. But everything that you do and say is written down. Everything. Star Wars didn't come out with that script on the thing on the screen showing you everything about Star Wars. That's the scroll. That's the real thing that you're gonna see. You're gonna see on the wall of your day of judgment. You're gonna see everything that you said and did. Everything. Once you became an adult, you're gonna see everything that you did and said. And that's what we should be concerned about. So Allah says in the Quran, Al-Quran, the book, the king, this is the book you need to be concerned with. That's the book, Al-Quran. Reba fi, no contradiction in the Quran. For who? The muttaqin, those who have taqwa. It's not for anybody just to read like a storybook. It's for those who have remembrance of God in their heart and mind and soul. The muttaqin. See yourself as mutaki. You are a mutaki. You have regard. So when you read the book, you have no doubt in it. No doubt. You should wash up, get in a clean, quiet place, and say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek refuge with God from Shaitan to reject the enemy that's in me, that make me doubt what I'm reading and get confused. But there is no doubt in the Quran. The doubt is in you. Not being in compliance is not in God. It's in you not being in compliance. But if you're a believer and you read the Quran, it will educate you, it will elevate you, it will inspire you, it will motivate you the same way it did over 1,400 years ago with those savage Arabs. And them nomadic Arabs that was traveling all around fighting and killing one another and raping women changed. If they were that way, the deen changed all of them, didn't it? The deen changed all of them. The word that Muhammad received, the wahi, the revelation that came down in the Quran, changed all of them to me the most noble and wise, not only men, women too, right? Aisha, Khadijah, all his wives, all the female people that are around him, changed all of them too. Why? Because Allah does not discriminate. Human beings, men discriminate. Allah never discriminates. You're going to get just as many blessings, sister, as the man gets, especially if you're married. Because the sister raised her hand when the prophet was giving a talk. She raised her hand because she had a question she wanted to ask Rasulullah herself. She said, when the men go out and fight, we stay home. And when they get the bounty, we don't have an opportunity to get the bounty. Said, what do we get, O prophet? He said, sister, when your husband goes out to fight, whatever he gets, you get the same thing. See? God don't discriminate against sisters, men and women. We do that. And if we discriminate against our wife, etc., we need to stop doing that. And treat her like the prophet treated his wife, like crystal. He said, I'm the best at treating my wife. Didn't he say that? He said, treat them like crystal, gentle, kind, warm. Because they are a mercy from Allah for us as men. Without them, we would probably go more crazy than we are. And it's so important to be married that the prophet said to us, he said that when you get married, that's half of your faith. Half. Wow. You can't imagine how big the deen is. But however big it is, when you get married, you got half of it. Okay, Muhammad, but what's the other half? Half taqwa. Be regardful of God. Then you got the whole thing. You ain't got this one leg, you walking on two legs. Let's sit and make dua. Allahu Akbar. We witness that God is one and that he cares for all of his creation, especially his servants and his messengers. And we witness that Prophet Muhammad as his servant and messenger and the seal of the prophets in Scripture. We salute Prophet Muhammad with the traditional salute or salutation of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allah and his messengers send blessings on the prophet. You too, O believers, send peace and blessings on the prophet. See the language? We're not doing nothing about osmosis or empty rituals. It's a purpose and a reason for everything a Muslim believer does and says. We do not have empty rituals. We make that salutation on Muhammad because God said to do that. Give you an exact formula, the prayers and the peace, the success be on Muhammad. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When you say that, Allah bless you with the same thing. Because you want for your brother what you want for yourself, right? So when you say those things, it goes to the prophet, and it comes back to you. You want peace and blessings on you, though. That's what you want. When you go home or go to work, don't you want peace? Don't you want blessings? Sure. You ain't waiting for the Santa Claus to give you none. And you ain't waiting for none of the prophets to come back. That ain't gonna never happen. Because custom al-Mubiyyah, Muhammad is the seal of the prophets. Ain't no more prophets. Now you can send your package by messenger, millions of messengers, but they ain't gonna have no revelation. They're gonna be working off the revelation. That says, man think. You go into K Street Northwest. How you gonna get there? Look on your smartphone. And it'll tell you how to get to K Street. That's the kind of message you're gonna get. But you ain't gonna get no revelation. And there ain't gonna be no more prophets. Because Muhammad is the seal, right? You can't wait. Now, if he's the seal, why can't you be a Muslim, a believer, and talking about Christ Jesus and his mother is gonna return? You got to be crazy. That's totally inconsistent. When you say Muhammad is the seal of the prophet, there would be no more prophets. From Adam to Muhammad. No more prophets. Nothing else needs to happen. How we know? Because Allah says in the Quran that Muhammad is enough. That's Quran. Say Muhammad is enough. So you ain't got to be looking at those zodiac signs, no type of superstition, nothing coming back to harm you, nothing. All you have to look at is Atiyah wa Atiyah Rasul. Believe in Allah and believe in His messenger. Obey Allah and obey His messenger. That's all you and I have to do. And we'll get the Jannah and be happy. We got Muslims, so-called some scholars, talking about Christ Jesus, peace be upon him. It's going to return. And he's going to slay the devil and all that. That's not part of our religion. That's superstition that we have gotten from other superstitious, polytheistic people. We've been influenced, infiltrated by other people of different kinds of faith. But that's not halal. That's not the demon. And it's easy. All you gotta do is study your religion, and you'll know that it's forbidden for a Muslim to have a tattoo. It's forbidden for a Muslim to practice astrology. That's all you gotta do is study. The prophet said, those who wear tattoos and the one who give tattoos, they are cursed as long as they do it. The one who practice astrology, the one who accept that for something, the astrology, and the one who do it, they are cursed until they stop doing it. All you gotta do is read that for yourself. You ain't got to ask nobody, is tattoo a good? No, tattoo is haram. Astrology is haram. We got two things. We got halal and haram. And in between, that's haram. It's not complicated. If you study your religion, get out front of things that take you away from you actually studying your religion. You can Google everything about Islam. You can go in the back of your Quran and look at the index. You got all kinds of books by scholars, and there's no way you can not know what you're supposed to be doing. Who said that? The Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, every adult Muslim, female and male, is obligated to study and learn his or her religion. That's who said that. Go as far as China to learn your religion. Now, how much you willing to do the sacrifice to learn? Oh, I'm gonna sacrifice a lot. I'm trying to get a job at Metro. I'm gonna take that test. I'm gonna pass that test. They pay good. I'm trying to be a lawyer. I'm trying to pass the bar. I'm gonna take that test for the bar. But you won't take the test to study your religion. That's what the problem is. You won't study and sacrifice to learn the Quran and learn the life example of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You won't take the time to do that. So guess what happened? What's the consequence of not taking time? You always got a lot of questions. And you ain't got no answer. And anybody can come and say anything to you and influence you, and you go right along with it. Because you haven't taken time to study your religion. Everything becomes controversial to you. Having a wife, controversial. Having more than one wife, controversial. It ain't no controversy. All you gotta do is go to the Quran, and Allah gonna tell you what's permissible to you, and then it's on. And if you deny that, the Prophet denied things that was permissible to him. Allah said, you would deny things, Muhammad, that I say is lawful to you? You do the same thing. Allah said you can do something, then it becomes controversial for you. Allah said what you can do, then you make it something that's simple, then you make it controversial. When all you got to do is go to the Quran and read it yourself, what Allah says about these things, and then when you talk, you may be talking like somebody with your thumb in your mouth. Don't know what you're talking about because you haven't researched and studied what the religion calls for. And anything that is good in this world is permissible for the believers. It's allowed. There was times when those who had, in history, had plenty wealth. And they tried to deny those who were less fortunate. And they carried on. Haman was one of them. You know, he had so much wealth they had to carry his keys, right? He had some wealth. And I'm going to tell you what Imam Muhammad said about Haman. When Allah revealed to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to tell them, my servants can have anything that they want in this world. Who is it that says that my servants can have what they want? Not only will they have it in this world, they will have it in the next. And the disbelievers will have all they want in that, but they will have nothing in the next world. You can have anything you want. Imam Muhammad said, as long as you don't let it conflict with your faith. Anything you want. Rolls Royce, Maybach, Cadillac, Volvo, nice home. You can have anything you want. As long as you keep saying, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadan Rasulullah, and calling the dan and the comma, and making your salat, and making dua. You can have anything you want. God's servants. God loves you to call on him and beg him. He's angry when you don't make dua and beg him. He becomes angry. Why? Because you're arrogant. You get nothing besides what Allah has blessed you with. Nothing. Already provided for you and keep it hid from you so you don't know the many things that Allah has hid from you. Then when you get up, you're supposed to fall down. Thank Allah. You didn't do it, and nothing you did it. Allah already provided these things for you before your parents even knew you. Before your parents was born, Allah already prescribed that when you came out their womb, Akbar is going to have this. Sharifa is going to have this. But he keeps it hid from you because if you knew everything he was going to give you, it drive you crazy. If he gave you everything that you want, you would go crazy. You see how these people killing themselves, don't you? These people got millions of dollars. You can't hardly pay your bills, and they got millions of dollars and killing themselves. They suffer from depression and over toxic and prescribed drugs, one after another. Been after that. Third time in rehab for alcoholism. Now he played the role of Superman, major role. Still cannot overcome alcoholism. Why? No spirituality. no God. Shaitan is their God. That's why they call it Hollywood, because it's hollow. It's not reality. But they can make everything look like it's real. But the people that's involved with that, most of them suffer. Their marriages suffer, their children suffer, they suffer, they're lonely, they're unhappy, they kill themselves with all the wealth. You ain't got none of that, but you're more happy. Why? Because you're submitting to the Lord of the world, the one who created you and me, and evolved you and gives you and I everything that we need, not what we want. If he gave us everything that we want, we would destroy ourselves. That's Quran. But the rubber, Bil Alamin, he creates some things, especially you and I, and then gives us everything that we need, not want. Because a human being, from material stuff, the human being is greedy. He's greedy. The more material stuff the human being gets, male and female, Allah tells Jibreel, look at them. I've given them all that, and they're still asking for more. But I love to give them more. The more they ask for, the more I want to give them. So you can get as much as you want. $100,000, $100 million. As long as you do the right thing with it and do not let it conflict with your faith. Isn't that fair? You can get all, whatever you want. Because you ain't going to have it long, no way. You're going to use it for a while, and then you're going to be gone. And it's valuable to you, and when you're gone, somebody says, I don't want nothing. Call Salvation Army. Come get all this stuff. I don't want none of it. And you've been saving it and spending money on it. They don't want none of it. Fine jewelry, everybody see it, gold, roll up and say, oh, I don't want to give me a Timex watch. I don't want that watch too golden for me. Now you done spend all your money on the watch, and then nobody don't even want it. But you ain't gonna have no concern about nothing there. Because you're gonna go back to the ark. So you're going back to the clay from where you came. So you ain't gonna have no concerns about that. You ain't gonna have no concerns about your wife, your husband, your children, your friends, your brothers. See, that day you ain't gonna have no concerns. And from what I done seen, by preparing bodies for burial, you can't do nothing for yourself. I don't care who you are. One day, the stupor of death is gonna find you. The angel of death came for this man sitting beside some other people. And the only one jumped up was this one man. And the other two, they wondered, why did he jump up? He jumped up, I'm paraphrasing, he jumped up because he saw the angel of death coming to take his soul. So he ran to another town, further away. And when he got there, the angel of death took his soul. Why take his soul? He said, because this is the way you were supposed to die. You weren't supposed to die the first time I saw you. You were supposed to die right here today. And I'm obedient. I'm going to take your soul. I'm going to rip it out from your throat, but I'm going to take it out real kind and gentle. You're going to get one or two now. You're going to get both. You want to die peaceful, you got to live peaceful. You live evil, you're gonna be dealt with like that. That's going to indicate to where you going. These crazy, vindictive, and dangerous drivers, they already in here. So we've been talking about the victory. Surah 48, Al-Fath. Where Allah says, for sure we have granted you a clear victory, O Prophet. So he's talking similar to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and now, brothers and sisters, he is talking to all of us now who have accepted the deen of Al-Islam and have agreed that we are Muslims and who are striving to be mu'min, believers, and those who bear down and sujood in front of their Lord, Imam that they cannot even see. That's powerful. So you and I, we believe in God that we never can see. They who don't believe, they say, show me your God. We don't believe that no God exists other than the people that we have that's following us. Pharaoh, he's my God. But where is Pharaoh now? Left on the page of the history, but him and all of his followers and kingdom, all of them was destroyed. Bigger kingdom than what we see right now. All of them, the Tamad, all of them were wiped off the face of the earth. Because they asked the sea God, even the righteous prophet Musa, they said, no, oh Allah, can you show me yourself? What? I did. Look at that mountain over there. I'm going to show you myself. And Allah made the mountain crush, pulverize it. And Moses swooned, fell back. Lord, have mercy. I know there's a God now. And every time somebody questions Allah, he showed them his power. Not him. You have to believe in Allah. Emmanuel gave. You can't see Allah, but you know Allah, and with certainty, you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists. That's powerful. Especially if you are an ordinary person, don't have wealth, struggling, you're the struggling poor, you believe in a God that you cannot see, you do not worship any idol, anything. You worship this uncomparable, can't comprehend reality, not no thing, not no he, not no she. You cannot comprehend any reality about Allah except the signs that he shows you. That's why he said, look at the signs and study the signs, and then there you will see my work. Look at the signs, look at the birds flying. Look at the trees, look at the water. Look at those things that have been created. Did you create those things, or did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create those things? You know the answer. Look at your own self in the mirror. Did you create yourself, or did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create you? You know the answer. And if you don't accept that, Allah said, I will cause you to physically die, kill you, and I will bring you back alive just like you were. If that don't convince you, that's easy for Allah to do. Easy. Kill you just like you sitting here right now, and then bring you back the same way you were. He said, because your second creation is no more harder than the first one is. It ain't hard for God. It's easy for God. That's why we put our undivided faith, complete faith, not part of faith. See, the people of the book, the Aqli Kitab, they give part of their faith. But we give all our faith because we go down and shadud. See, that's all your faith. Your mind, body, and soul submits totally to the will of Allah. And every time we make a movement, we say, Allahu Akbar. God is bigger. God is more important. God is more significant than anything. Allahu Akbar. And we put our head on that floor. And we praise God. And we make dua and ask Allah for anything that we need. Oh God, I am in desperate need of anything that you give me. That's what Moses said. Oh God, I'm in desperate need of anything that you do give me. Save me from oppression and wealth, and lack of, and laziness, and cowardice, and bill players. Bill players, save me from that, from all that. And if you say those things, Allah will answer your prayer. There is no last before I make this dua. There is nothing that we need that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala approves it for us, that we can't beg Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He will not deny us. Nothing. Even if you got cancer. See, Allah ain't trying to make no money off you if you got cancer. Medicine, the corrupt medical world, is trying to make money off you having cancer. All you got to do is go back and study the source of your cancer and then treat yourself. You'll come out better than you will if you get on chemo and thermo and every other kind of drug. They're going to drive you hair crazy. You'll lose your hair first, lose your impotence, everything, messing with these white folks. I got cancer, okay, I'm dying. Let me die. Let me try to find out how I can take care of myself. Because Allah is going to determine how long I got to live. You can't say I got 6 months, a year. You can't say, doctor, how much time you got? I may have cancer and outlive you. Because you can't bring about life or death. Only Allah can do that. So put your complete faith in Allah. Complete faith in Allah. Try that. Try doing that. I'm 72 years old. I ain't on no medication. None. No kind. For nothing. I don't need no walker. I don't need no cane. None of that. Why? Because I do not subscribe to that kind of mentality. I go to the doctor for a checkup. He said, listen, you want me to give you this and that? No, thank you, doctor. I don't need to stick no pen in me. I don't need you to go in my rectum enough. I don't need none of that. Oh, but you over 50, so that's your concern. That ain't mine. Okay, I'm going to give you this right here because your pressure's kind of high. Don't waste your time writing a prescription for me, doctor, because I'm not going to take that. I'm going to go and find out what I got to do. And most of our problems, because we're sick, is because of our diet. Change your diet, save your life. Most of the problems is in the colon. Keep your colon clean and save your own life. Most disease starts in your colon. That's why African Americans, moreover, die from colon cancer. Fried stuff, greasy stuff, fatty stuff. Stop eating that and you won't have that problem. The doctor ain't gonna tell you that because the doctor been paid by the pharmaceutical company to sell you drugs. He's not going to tell you to go out and start eating green salads and vegetables and apples and oranges. He's going to write a prescription for you to go to the pharmacist where he's getting paid. And the pharmacist is getting paid. But you're going to take the stuff and have all kinds of side effects because you put unnatural toxins in your body. So reverse that and eat natural foods, whole grain foods, water, natural juices, apples and orange. You want a little pie of ice cream every now and then? Ain't nothing wrong with a bean pie ice cream every now and then. But not every day. I used to eat this every day and blew up 30 or more pounds. Stopped eating it and pants fell off of me. Because it was what I was eating. And all we have to do is watch our diet and we'll be healthy. The God-given diet, that's part of our natural makeup. Go back to the natural makeup, the fitri, and we'll be more healthier without any of them commercial drugs. Take my word from it. You see me next time, you change your diet, you come back to the Imam, Sultan Abdullah, I took your advice, like a lot of people have, and I feel much better. I used to have this, I used to have that, but now I don't have that no more, because I stopped eating certain foods. That's what it is, it's the diet. That causes us to get sick. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala mursalin والحمد لله رب العالمين وأقيمت الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
محمد رسول الله. We have our distinguished Imam among us, who's visiting from Masjid Muhammad. Amen. Then them allow, we're going to call him forward and ask him to lead us in this Salat to Jummah. Amen. I have one announcement for y'all, run out of here. Just one announcement. But it's going to cost you some mistake.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdina siratal mustaqim صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين
والتين والزيتون وطور سنين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
سمع الله لمن حمده
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين
قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده
الله أكبر
الله
أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر
الله
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
I have one announcement. Look, we're gonna make this short and sweet. See this kufi right here? I need every able-bodied man, and I talk to the sisters, to put some type of money specifically for the banquet, Lifetime Achievement Award banquet that we're gonna hold surprisingly for Imam Muhammad Abdullah, the resident man of Ali Khan. We're gonna have a banquet for him October the 27th, next Saturday from 4 to 3. He doesn't know anything about it. Lifetime Achievement Award. But we're not selling no tickets. You're free to come, eat and enjoy yourself. But we want the men to make some kind of contribution so we can cover some of the incidental. The caterer has been paid for, and everything else has been paid for. We just need whatever you can give us to help us defray incidental costs. Incidental, nothing major. Thank you.